In the only remaining human city of Bezor, Major Fletcher, an army combat veteran and soldier of the CLN, is dragged into a conflict between two of mankind's greatest enemies. He is soon to discover that nothing is what it seems to be.
Hard Reset. An action-packed single-player shooter for the PC by the devs at Flying Wild Hog. This is an indie developer team. They released this game last September 2011, and got a fairly reasonable score on Metacritic with a 73 out of 100. Metacritic aside, I love this game, and that's why I'm recommending it. And this is exactly why. Flying Wild Hog have definitely pulled out all the stops here. The graphics are amazing in this game, for what it is. A simply beautiful shooter that is full of character and real difficulty. And that's what I really love in first-person shooters. The basic graphics settings are usable on virtually any computer. It seems to be very compliant and smooth on all systems. Graphics aside, to what really matters, gameplay, in any shooter. It's a fairly linear game, to be perfectly honest, but its charm really comes in the diversity of upgrades that you can have for your primary and secondary weapon. Your primary weapon is usually a heavy machine gun or a gun of some kind that you would expect, and your secondary is this very nifty looking like laser electric plasma gun thing, which is absolutely awesome. You can upgrade this, and it has several different secondary options on the actual gun. This applies to the primary weapon as well, and you access these by scrolling the mouse wheel up and down. As far as I can tell so far, there are 3 options unlocked to me, but the upgrades seem to keep coming, which makes this very interesting. They're not just basic upgrades either. There's ones that fire lightning on the ground and sparks at the enemy near you, which is fairly scary to use, let me put it that way. The last thing you want to do to an enemy that's right in your face punching you is to electrify it and damage yourself. However, it has its uses against the smaller enemies. But the majority of the first enemies you encounter are bomb-like circular sphere things, and they really do hurt if they get close range. There seems to be a good balance between the weapons. However, the lightning ball generator shot thing seems to be pretty damn good. The entire experience is pinned on this weapon upgrade progression system, I feel, and with plenty of cool upgrades, it's extremely rewarding to see what they all do. A good range of environments, but I'd say the variety of enemies within those environments could be a little bit better. However, when you enter an area with hundreds of them coming at you, it's kind of hard to care under the hail of gunfire and such. It's extremely fast-paced, this game, and if you have any love for old-school shooters, you're going to love this. You get a real taster of old-school shooters and what they were really like. The nostalgia rushes through you as you travel through this like Blade Runner-esque setting, and you die a lot. So much, in fact, that you will get used to restarting. This difficulty is kind of fundamental to old school shooters, but it doesn't halt progression because you know for a fact that you yourself are doing something wrong. There is a way of doing it. In fact, there are many ways of doing it. It's just you are being highly incompetent and dense, and there are ways that you need to learn how to solve a situation. Certain monsters require certain tactics. For example, get the hell out of the way of the charging things. Simple things like this, I feel, have been forgotten in today's gaming, in modern gaming. So it's really refreshing to see this back. And, oh my god, I was so surprised to die as much as I did. It was really embarrassing. The game is quite long, I believe. I'm not sure entirely how many levels this game actually features, but I would imagine quite a lot. In between the missions, you are treated to a comic book style cinematic. Nothing too fancy, but it's pretty cool anyway. It's a real comic book story, this, and definitely something you would expect to read in a comic book. I'm not sure if this is featured in an actual comic book. I wouldn't be surprised if it has, but I really haven't researched that at all. And that's why I recommended it to you guys in my first recommendation video. These series of videos are really aiming to show you some of the best bits of gaming that are untold, you know, the games that I really enjoy but don't really have a lot of press, and this is certainly one of them. For example, here I am absolutely getting screwed. Oh my god, Jesus, look at this. Holy. So yeah, these guys are pretty damn lethal, but after you do kill all those dudes and somehow survive, and you get some kind of achievement after that, the achievement isn't the achievement, so to speak. The achievement is you surviving, and you know that you survived because you did that. It was fairly skilled gameplay. And that's a bit strange for me to say, actually. I'm not a skilled player in the slightest in any game, but you have to have a certain amount of skill to be able to, you know, play the game. It has a large range of difficulties, this game, so you can crank it all the way up if you're mental, and if you're a bit like me, you can play on the normal difficulty and get pounded and have to reload several times to kill something. But the boss battles are truly epic. I wish I had footage for you of a boss battle. Unfortunately, I didn't end up getting that footage on this video, but I might update that again if people ask for that. Also, giving a rating to a game like this, I don't really believe in ratings. I believe in more recommendations. I have truly enjoyed playing this game. I haven't admittedly had a lot of playtime invested into it, unfortunately. But I do intend to finish it, and it is a very good, compliant, stable, solid, smooth running game. And I would certainly recommend it to any of my friends who like the genre of shooters, or even people who just like the whole feeling of science fiction backgrounds and the deep, integral storylines behind it, with a decent plot. So yeah, Hard Reset. This is a game on Steam. It is quite cheap at the moment. I actually got this in the winter Christmas giveaway that they were doing on Steam sales, and it's regularly quite cheap. Out of any indie game, I would say that this is one of the more enjoyable titles I've had the pleasure of playing, and is certainly a must-have for anyone who likes a bit of old-school shooter action. You've been watching the Cast recommendation reviews with me, Meoni. I hope you like this video. Thumbs it up if you want to. Sub for more videos like this, along with a lot of other content I've got across my channel. And share if you want to. Peace. Bye.